Hello and welcome to Project Art Now. As you can see from both the thumbnail and the title, today we have a special guest, Roxy Eloise, author of the Guidal, to whom I'm very thankful to agree to this interview. Hope you enjoy it. Please like, share, subscribe and let us know what you think with your comments down below. Without further ado, let's begin. Hi Roxy, welcome to Project Art Now. You're the mastermind behind the Guidal. How it came to be?
Thank you for having me. So, I've always wanted to be an author, but I didn't have the confidence to even attempt to write a book. My problem was feeling like I couldn't create a story that would feel a whole book. But in 2018, I decided I was going to be an author. So I started writing non-fiction because I didn't have a story. And I know that the only way to get better at writing is to write. So I started to write. But deep down, as I was writing the non-fiction, I knew I wanted to write fiction, but I just didn't have the story. And it was only a few weeks after I started to write my non-fiction. I was searching for inspiration all the time to try and get my story, and I had a dream. It was the best dream that I've ever had, and it gave me the story for the Guidal and the title for the Guidal. The Guidal, them words were repeated over and over again in my dream, and when I woke up I just knew I had to write it down, and yeah, it gave me my story idea.
That's kind of crazy. I think this is the first time I heard like someone getting the story straight out of a dream. Like in such detail. I'm sure you might have a dream and from there build a story, but that's so crazy, but good for you. At the moment there are 2 books in the series, but what is in the future of the Guidal?
So originally I set out to write a trilogy. I was a little bit intimidated to make it any longer. That's because it was my first manuscript and I wasn't even sure I could complete 1 book, let alone 3. So I thought, okay, I'm going to make it quite a realistic target, and I set out to write a trilogy. But I knew I kind of wanted it to be longer. And as I started writing it, I knew that it should be longer. 3 books hindered the story I wanted to tell. And recently I have just received a contract making the Guidal a 4-book series. So now it is 4 books, 1 book released every year.
Well, if a 3 books is a trilogy, because I was about to say a 4 book, well, I was about to say trilogy, but you cannot have a 4-book trilogy. Well, I mean, can you? No, what do you call it? A quadruply? What will be the... Never mind. And for those of you who might be interested, hope everyone watching, I'll be linking the books 1 and 2 that are currently published, and later on in the future me will add the books 3 and 4. So keep an eye for those. Something I think everyone reading the Guidal is wondering, from the other of the 6, what branch do you belong?
So your branch of magic does fit your personality in some way. Like, I can tell from someone's personality what branch I would assign them in my book. My 2 favorite branches are illusionist and intuitionist, but I've got a feeling I would actually be an astralist. I think astralists are a little introverted, and I think being an astralist kind of suits what an author does.
Myself, I'm definitely an illusionist. For those of you who have read it, please let us know down below what branch do you belong. What projects, if any, do you have beyond the Guidal?
So I've set aside my non-fiction project from 2018, and I don't think I'll ever pick that up again. I love writing fiction way too much. I don't have any projects ongoing except the Guidal, which I am currently writing the final book, and I really don't want it to end. After the Guidal, I will continue to write dystopian romance. That is definitely my genre and my most favourite to write and read.
Well, I wish you the best luck of that, especially since you want to write both dystopian and non-fiction. And what message or advice do you have for other storytellers out there?
I would say write the story you want to read. I think that is the most important thing, and I wouldn't get too caught up on what is trending, what tropes are trending. I decided to write a love triangle trope, despite it being overdone and people saying that it's not their favorite trope anymore and stuff like that. But I knew that I could write the best love triangle. I knew I could write a love triangle that would get people invested. So don't worry about what's hot and what's not, because you could end up writing the best one yet.
It's funny that you mentioned the love triangle thing, because truth to be told, I'm one of those people who doesn't like that trope. I'm not gonna go into details now because that will be, topic for another video, but whatever. And of course, at the time when I was reading the books, yeah, I noticed it, but and sure, it wasn't my favorite part of the book because, as I say, it's not a trope that I enjoy. But that being said, I think it's better that you have added, since that meant that you stayed true to yourself as a storyteller. And ultimately, I think that's the message you try to convey, and 100% agree with that. Even if that trope just doesn't do it for me, but I'm just one of God knows how many readers you are gonna get, hopefully plenty and plenty, and there will be many more who will enjoy it, and others who might not enjoy it, but at the end that's fine, because you cannot make everyone happy, and at the end of the day, it was like, this one element for me didn't ruin the story. Maybe for others will, but who knows. The important thing is that you stay true to yourself, and yeah, that's definitely a good thing. Finally, how can we get more Roxy Eloise?
So on my website, you can get exclusive merch. I have Teo and Pax bookish candles on there, and Nanny Kimley candles, bookish candles are coming soon. I also have a reading experience book box, which is like a mystery box with gifts that you open as you're reading Discovering Pure Cordis, and it includes all 5 senses. It is the ultimate reading experience, and they are exclusive only to my website. You can also follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram at Roxy Eloise Official, and I am happy to help you in any way. If you're writing a project and you're looking for beta readers, or you just need some advice, and you can drop into my DMs anytime, and I am happy to help. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Well, there you have it, everyone. I'll include every one of her links down below. Make sure to check them all out. And well, I thank you all for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Wish you will come back next time. Bye bye.